Boxing truth here. Another interesting storyline about Manny Pacquiao's next fight. And I was going to mention this in my last video, but I just forgot. So I figured I'd bang out a quick video on the business aspect of Manny Pacquiao's next fight with Jessie Vargas on November 5th. And the interesting thing is that about HBO picking up this fight, on whether HBO will continue to distribute Manny's next fight on pay-per-view. But there's a big conflict with two pay-per-views in a span of 2 weeks that close to each other, and HBO is not feeling comfortable at all showcasing two pay-per-views in that short amount of time frame within 2 weeks of each other. Pacquiao fight on November 5th in Vegas, and the Ward Kovalev fight on the 19th, also in Vegas. Well, potentially. Who knows what's going on there? So, according to Bob Arum, HBO is not going to be in the Pacquiao business in his next fight. They're not going to distribute his next pay-per-view, who have been showcasing his fights for a number of years, number of pay-per-views. The guy's been involved with HBO ever since 2001, and now HBO's making a very difficult decision in not showcasing Pacquiao's next pay-per-view on the HBO platform. And this could be potentially a damaging move for HBO, because even though they have Pacquiao under contract, if they opt not to take his next fight or distribute it, showcase it, then the contract will be void and Pacquiao will be a free agent, which means he could do business with any other networks in the US or other platforms, other people, other networks that may be interested in boxing. And now Bob Arum has yet to reveal the plans for who will distribute Pacquiao's next fight on pay-per-view, but there's some platforms that are interested. I'm hearing ESPN, which have aired pay-per-views in the past, may be interested. Maybe Showtime. I really doubt it, but you never know. But this could be a very damaging move for HBO, because they could be completely out of the loop if a potential Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch does happen. Now, what's changed about, not only is the TV issue changing for Manny Pacquiao, but also Pacquiao's terms with Bob Arum and his contract with Top Rank have changed as well. Since Bob Arum took a major hit in his last fight against the rubber match with Timothy Bradley, Bob Arum has renegotiated terms with Pacquiao in his Top Rank contract, and Pacquiao has agreed that he's not going to ask for a guaranteed amount in excess of $25 million, which he's used to getting for most of his fights, other than Floyd Mayweather. He gets a guaranteed purse at around $20-25 million. But since there's a lack of pay-per-view opponents available right now, or guys that are willing to sign on the dotted line to fight Manny Pacquiao, he can't get that type of guarantee because the pay-per-view market's not there for him right now, especially with the opponents that are out there. None of those guys, Crawford, Vargas, they ain't going to produce the type of numbers where Top Rank could earn a profit. It's just too much money to risk, too much money to guarantee a fighter when the pay-per-view numbers are not performing like they used to. Other than the Mayweather rematch, Pacquiao hasn't done a pay-per-view where it did 700,000 buys or more since the Bradley rematch. And when it comes to guaranteed purses, it's simple math. If you're going to guarantee a fighter $20 million, you better make sure that pay-per-view does more than 700K buys. Otherwise, you're going to take a loss. So, Bob Arum renegotiated with Pacquiao. He'll get a much lesser guarantee. And in return, Bob Arum will ask for a smaller percentage to make it more even, since Pacquiao is willing to take less money. Since he has to, because the Jessie Vargas fight is not going to do big business. Maybe around 250, 300K. It's not like the Crawford fight would do much more anyways. So that's the word for Pacquiao's next fight. It's not going to be on HBO. HBO's contract will be voided with Pacquiao. They won't have any rights to him for his next fight. If this actually goes down, Bob Arum has announced that a blockbuster announcement will be made in regards of the TV issue for Pacquiao's next fight. And for HBO, they still have the issue with Kovalev Ward. Ward may be ducking the fight, might back off in this fight if he's not willing to put this fight in Las Vegas. He's not willing to fight there, so potentially